Krishna. Hare Krishna. We would really like to welcome to our Adhiva session or the first session of our Damodar Brajmandal Parikrama. So some of you were there with us last year. We had wonderful evenings every day on this month of Kartik. And with the request of all the devotees, we have started again this program just to be absorbed ourselves and really relishing the beautiful pastimes of the Lord in Vrindavan. They said, Aradhya Bhagavan Braje Satanaya Stadham Vrindavan. Yes, the land of Vrindavan is really the abode of Sri Radha and Krishna. Yes, we cannot access directly. We have to approach through the devotees. Srila Prabhupada himself went with the devotees. He brought all the devotees from USA, and in a bus, he was really going around different places to show them different places of Vrindavan. Because that was the path shown by Mahaprabhu and our Shod Goswamis. So we are just following their footsteps. But most importantly, this is the month of Kartik. Because in the month of Kartik, we do little bit of seva, little bit of offering of our gratitude to the Supreme Lord. That really gets collected as an eternal wealth for us. Like, yes, we have so many things we are trying to collect throughout our life, but it's just a matter of time. It's just like in a sand castle, through the wave of time, all that will get washed away. But once we collect these jewels of bhakti within our heart, that will remain not only in this life, but for the lifetimes to come. So let's not take this cheaply or easily. Let's be absorbed and perform this Damodar month through our heart and soul. So let's take first of all the blessings of our acharyas, blessings of Srila Prabhupada, because without their blessings, without their guidance, we cannot proceed further. So let's take by doing this brief Mangalacharan. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuronmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirbhisesha Sunyavadi Paschata Desatarini Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So with the blessings of the Lordships, we'll proceed. So before that, we'll just quickly introduce you the structure of this year's our Damodar month programs. So we'll have three agenda, three topics, right? First, we'll be having going around the Vrindavan with their permission of the Lordships and Srila Prabhupada, and this will be done by a couple each time. So one couple per day. So they will be walking us through the different places of Vrindavan. And then the second thing that we will be doing, yes, this year we are observing 125th appearance day of Srila Prabhupada. So, and who are there to guide us? Our ISKCON kids, our kids from ISKCON Whitefield, they will be with us, to tell us, to narrate us the beautiful qualities of Srila Prabhupada. And third aspect of our program, of course, the most important once again, is really Damodarastakam and offering of the lamps. So without further ado, so I would really like to hand over to our Manjulali Mataji and Ashish Prabhu. Like as usual, they do wonderful narration. They really organize this Brajamandal Parikrama so nicely. So yes, Prabhuji and Mataji, please guide us. How do we take it forward? What's the plan for this month and this year? Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji,
Yes.
where are you, Prabhuji?
Yes, Manjulali, I'm here. How can I help you?
Oh, Prabhuji, I was just wondering, we haven't gone for a vacation or a holiday this year.
Of course, let's go a month-long vacation away from Maya.
Away from Maya? How's that possible? Krishna himself says, Mama Maya Duratyaya.
Yes, but if we chant the holy name of the Lord, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then we can cross the Bhavasagar, the ocean of nescience, swiftly.
Oh, so this is the vacation that you are talking about, is it?
Yes, this is the real vacation where the happiness is not temporary, but it stays in our minds eternally. But together,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
dear
dear
devotees. Please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome to Brajamandal Parikrama 2020.
For the pleasure of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga, Manjulali and I, Ashish, will be your virtual guide for this
Brajamandal
Brajamandal
Parikrama. Okay, and this will be based on the glorious book written by our dear Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj. We humbly present to you our travel plan for the next 30 days.
Parikrama means to circumambulate. One can circumambulate the deity or the sacred Tulsi plant, the holy dhamas, kundas, and samadhis of parikramas to the various dhamas around India. The Mandal, referred to as Chaurasi Kosh Parikrama.
Chaurasi means 84 and 1 Korosha equals to 2 miles. So the total parikrama is 168 miles long, excluding the local parikramas such as Mathura Parikrama, Govardhan Parikrama, Kamyavan Parikrama, and so on. The first ever ISKCON Brajamandal Parikrama started in March 1987 under the guidance of His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj and His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Since 1988, the Brajamandal Parikrama has been happening in the holy month of Kartik, and that reminds us of the morning Tulasi Parikrama that we do for each and every member of the house, especially the children. We beg and pray to Tulasi Maya to give them the required intelligence to become devotees of the Lord.
It is our utmost duty to inculcate Krishna consciousness in the children, or else with the fast-moving media, our children may get lost in the bling of material world.
So Prabhu, what is our plan? Can we share it with everyone present here?
Absolutely sure. In these 30 glorious days of the holy month of Kartik, we will take you through a series of spots in Sri Dhama Vrindavan ki jai, Mathura Dham ki jai,
Jai,
Giri Govardhan ki jai,
Jai,
Gokul Dham ki jai,
Jai,
Nandgaon ki jai,
Jai,
Rawal Barsana Dham ki jai,
Jai,
Sanket 1 ki jai,
Jai.
covering the 12 forests of Vrindavan and back to Sri Dham Vrindavan.
The Parikrama party, comprising of our couple guides, will give you a feel of what it is to walk the pace, the sights, the sounds, and the smells of Braja. You'll also taste the morning and evening programs and perhaps even the kirtans and prasadam.
Yes, the amazing Khichuri Prasadam at ISKCON Vrindavan Krishna Balram temple is fresh in my memories from last year. It is so simple and yet so tasty. Why? Because it has been touched by the lotus lips of Krishna.
You'll likely feel the pain of blisters, all peppered with realizations from the pilgrims in the field. Furthermore, whenever we reach a pastime, we will tell you about what happened there, referring to the writings of Srila Prabhupada and the previous acharyas.
Some places in Vraja have been home to the Lord pastimes as far back as Satyayuga, where Dhruva Maharaj had darshan of Lord Krishnagarbha in Mahavan. In the Treta Yuga, in that same forest, Shatrughna killed a demon called Lavansura.
In Dwapar Yuga, Lord Krishna roamed throughout Vrindavan's enchanting forests and performed sweet pastimes. Later, Chaitanya Charitamrita reveals that Srila Madhavendra Puri, the grand spiritual master of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, visited Vraja. Then, in 1515, on the last day of Kartik, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Vraja and stayed for 2 months, during which he did Brajamandal Parikrama and performed ecstatic pastimes. Next in line was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's immediate followers, the 6 Goswamis, who came to stay in Vraja on the Lord's order and dedicated their lives to doing bhajan, writing books, pastimes of Lord.
And I've heard that these Shad Goswamis left their opulent lives and came to fulfill the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Is it possible for us, Grihasthas, to leave even a day of our comfortable life and perform some austerities, especially in this holy month of Kartik?
Yes, it is, Prabhu. ISKCON Whitefield has given us a 31-day wellness challenge.
Wow.
Starting from chanting at 4:30 a.m., followed by Mangala Aarti, chanting extra rounds, performing Deepdan, and singing the glorious Damodar Ashtakam. More recently, in 1932, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada, led a large parikrama party consisting of thousands of pilgrims around Vraja. Finally, in 1971, Srila Prabhupada brought his Western disciples to Vrindavan for the first time and took them to visit certain places in Vraja.
When Krishna descends to this material world, the same Vrindavan descends with him. Just as an entourage accompanies an important personage, because when Krishna comes, his land also comes.
Therefore, devotees take shelter of this Vrindavan in India, for it is considered to be a replica of the original Vrindavan. Yes, and that's what our dear Guru Maharaj said once in the Japa session this Kartik. Make your home Vrindavan, your heart the residing place of Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar.
Srila Prabhupada once said, if we live in Vrindavan, we are living with Krishna. Because Vrindavan is not different from Krishna. There's no difference between original Vrindavan and this Vrindavan. Vrindavan is so powerful. This is Krishna house. Therefore, it's good as Goluka Vrindavan.
The Supreme Lord himself confirms, Namitishtami Vaikunthe Yoginam Hridaye Shubha Tatra Tishtami Narada Yatra Gayanti Madbhakta.
My dear Narada, actually I do not reside in my abode, Vaikuntha, nor do I reside within the hearts of the yogis, but I reside in that place where my pure devotees chant my holy name and discuss my form, pastimes and qualities.
The Vishnu Rahasya states that the Vrajamandal, being non-different from the Lord, has a form, and that 55 different parts of that form are represented by 55 forests of Vraja.
Mathura is the heart. Madhuvan is navel. Vrindavan and Mayurvan are the forehead, and so on.
Fortunate are the souls who can roll in the dust of Vrindavan and feel the ecstasy of Raja.
In the Brahma Purana, it is said that all the results of traveling on all the pilgrimages within the three worlds can be achieved simply by touching the holy land of Mathura. Cultivating Krishna consciousness in Vrindavan is the best means of being liberated from material bondage. For in Vrindavan, one can automatically meditate upon Krishna.
What? We should leave our house and children and work and go to Vrindavan?
No, Srila Prabhupada also left Vrindavan to preach in the West. He could have easily resided in Vrindavan, but he took up this austerity to preach the most abominable population of New York.
Jai. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's pack our bags and get geared up for this 30-day transcendental Brajmandal Parikrama with all our couple guides. So we seek your blessings today and for the entire program so that we may be guided by Shishi Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So with this, we now go on to show you a beautiful video of our Adivas Divas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you very much for being a part of this Adivas Divas celebration. Over to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Ashish Prabhu and Manjulali Mataji. That was a wonderful trailer. Yes, we are looking forward to watch the full movie that is there for the whole month. Yes, Vrindavan is called Chintamani Dham. So as we progress, we'll continue to collect these wonderful jewels of Chintamani, which can really transform our heart to this offer, to make it really soft for offering to Lordships. So thank you very much. We are really looking forward to it as we progress. So thank you. And especially that trailer was also really nice, with a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. I think in a very short time, you prepared the small video. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so now we move to our next part of the program where we have Prahlad. He's waiting to share us the glories of Srila Prabhupada. Yes, yes, Prahlad, please go ahead. You can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, devotees. So, welcome back to the Kartik month. Today is the first day. So, during this auspicious month, we are going to hear about the pastimes of Srila Prabhupada and a true spiritualist. And Prabhupada, as you all know, has all the qualities of a pure Vaishnava, and he is spread the holy name throughout the world. So, before we get there, we need to know who Srila Prabhupada is. So, today I'm going to tell who is Srila Prabhupada. So, Srila Prabhupada, known as Abhay Charan De, was born on September 1st, 1896. Then, he was born in a family of Hindus, pious family of Hindus in Calcutta. As a youth, Srila Prabhupada was in the movement of Mahatma Gandhi, the non-violence movement of Mahatma Gandhi, and in 1922 he met Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who was influential in Abhay's future. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was a Gaudiya Vaishnava leader, who asked Abhay to bring the teachings of Mahaprabhu and Krishna to the English-speaking world. So Abhay became a disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in 1933, and he resolved to carry on his mentor's request. Later known as A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, he spent the next 32 years to prepare to go to the Western world. Then in the 12 years that passed by, Srila Prabhupada went around the world 14 times preaching Krishna consciousness to thousands of people on all 6 continents. Men and women from all walks of life came forward to accept the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. And with their help, Srila Prabhupada established many ISKCON centers and projects throughout the world. Under his inspiration as well, devotees also established temples, communities, and educational institutions. With the desire to nourish the roots of Krishna consciousness in its home, Srila Prabhupada returned to India often, where he sparked a revival in the Vaishnavism. In India, he opened dozens and dozens of temples, including large centers in the dhams called Mayapur and Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada's most significant contributions, perhaps, are his books. He has established 70 volumes of Krishna tradition books, which are highly respected by the scholars for their authority, depth and clarity. His writings have been translated into 76 languages. His most prominent works include the Bhagavad Gita as it is, 30 volumes of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and 17 volumes of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And in 1965, when Srila Prabhupada was 69 years old, he traveled to the West with only $7 in Indian rupees, and suffered 2 heart attacks in the cargo ship named the Jaladuta. Srila Prabhupada translated many sacred Sanskrit texts, and he began to share the timeless wisdom of Krishna consciousness. His message of peace and goodwill resonated with many young people who became serious students of Krishna tradition. On July 11, 1966, he officially registered his organization in the state of New York, formally founding the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. short form ISKCON. So, Srila Prabhupada's appearance and accomplishments are a turning point in Gaudiya Vaishnavism. It was predicted many times and many centuries ago in the Shastras that indirectly and or directly pointed out that Srila Prabhupada was the person who was being pointed out. Like in Nam Arvar's Tirumori 521, a section of Divya Prabandha, he speaks about the vision he had. Victory, victory, victory! I behold something wonderful. All the inauspiciousness of living entities is destroyed. No one is going to hell. Yamaraj has no more any work, and the effects of Kali Yuga cease to exist. This is because all over the world an increasing number of Lord Vishnu's devotees sing his names while dancing and playing musical instruments. In the Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyalila 4:1-6, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declares, in every town and village of the world, the chanting of my name will be heard. And in the Chaitanya Mangal Sutra Khanda, Song 12, text 564-565, Lord Chaitanya clearly mentions that he will send his leading preacher abroad, taking the sharp sword of congregational chanting of the holy name. I will root out and destroy the demoniac mentality in the hearts of conditioned souls. If some sinful people escape and giving up religious principles and go to far off countries, then my commander-in-chief Senapati Bhakta will appear to chase them and distribute Krishna consciousness. In the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Krishna Janma Kanda, chapter 129, 49-51, there is a discussion between Ganga Mata and Sri Krishna. So, Ganga Mata asks about her position in Kali Yuga. Krishna says, sinful people will come to you and upon bathing will give you their sins. You must remain like this on earth for 5,000 years of the age of Kali. O Ganga, then there will be many devotees worshipping me by my mantra, and merely by their touch, glance and bathing, all those sins will be immediately burned. In more recent days, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also predicted the propagation of the Sankirtan movement. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, very soon, unparalleled path of Harinam Sankirtan will be propagated all over the world. Oh, for that day when the fortunate English, French, Russian, German and American people will take up banners, mridangas and kartals and raise kirtana throughout their streets and towns. Also, it is spiritually significant that Srila Prabhupada himself appeared in 1896, the same year when Bhaktivinoda Thakur sent his book overseas. The will of Lord Chaitanya, the desire of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and the mercy of Srila Saraswati Thakur empowered Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to spread Sri Chaitanya's teachings and chanting of Hare Krishna all over the world. So let us all meditate on such a wonderful personality and extol his divine qualities throughout this month. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prahlad, for this wonderful narration. As Srila Prabhupada says that even a child can explain the highest philosophy of Krishna consciousness through the mercy of their lordships. We remember that beautiful pastime where there was one gentleman had come, very learned, very scholar, so-called religious person had come, and Prabhupada asked him, "Can you tell us who is the God?" And they said, "No, God is like this, God is like that. No, it's very difficult to explain and all that." And then Prabhupada called little Saraswati.
And said, who
Saraswati,
is
who is
God?
Lord? What she said?
Krishna is the supreme personality of
Yes,
Godhead.
Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And yes, how children of this movement are so empowered and so intelligent. Krishna je bhaje, say vada chatur. And one of them is really Prahlad.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
very much. Yes, throughout the month, we look forward to have more and more wonderful pastimes of Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Now, we'll move on to our next chapter, where we'll be singing Damodara Stakam, and then we'll be offering lovingly our lamps to the Supreme Lord Saves. Okay, so today this kirtan will be led by Subhadra Priti Devidasi and Subhangi. Hare Krishna.
Namami Swaram Sachi Danandarupam Lasat Kundalam Goku Brajamana Namami Swaram Sachi Danandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamana Yasodabhiyo Lokhaladhavamana Paramrishtamatyanto Dodutya Gopya Yasodabhiyo Lokhaladhavamana Namami Swaram Sachi Danandarupam Lasat Kundalam Goku Le Brajamana Namami Swaram Sachi Danandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamana Yasodabhiyo Lokhaladhavamana Paramishtamatyanto Dodutya Gopya Yasodabhiyo Lokhaladhavamana Paramishtamatyanto Dodutya Gopya Muhurnetra Yugmamrijantam Param Bhujayogmena Satankanetram Muhurnetra Yugmamrijantam Param Bhujayogmena Satankanetram Muhushvasakampa Trirekhankakantha Vitagrivam Damodaram Bhaktivada Muhushvasakampa Trirekhankakantha Vitagrivam Damodaram Bhaktivadam Muhushvasakampa Trirekhankakantha Vitagrivam Damodaram Bhaktivada Muhushvasakampa Trirekhankakantha Vitagrivam Damodaram Bhaktivada Shalila Bhirananda Kunde Sugosami Mojatam Achyapayanta Shalila Bhirananda Kunde Sugosami Mojatam Achyapayanta Adiye Sitagneshu Bhakte Jitatva Punha Prematastam Sata Vriddhi Vande सिताग्नेषु भक्तिर्जितात्वा पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सदा विधिवन्दे तदीये सिताग्नेषु भक्तिर्जितात्वा पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सदा विधिवन्दे तदीये सिताग्नेषु भक्तिर्जितात्वा पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सदा विधिवन्दे वरुन्देव मोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिम्बा न जाने गुणेऽहं वरिष्ठदपिहा वरुन्देव मोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिम्बा न जाने गुणेऽहं वरिष्ठदपिहा इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबाला सदा मे मनोस्य विराष्टं किमन्ये इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबाला सदा मे मनोस्य विराष्टं किमन्ये इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबाला सदा मे मनोस्य विराष्टं किमन्ये इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबाला सदा मे मनस्य विराष्टं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्भोजमात्यन्तनीले तं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तस्य गोप्या इदं ते मुखाम्भोजमात्यन्तनीले तं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तस्य गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनोजो विराजमानं लक्षलभे चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनोजो विराजमानं लक्षलभे मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनोजो विराजमानं लक्षलभे चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनोजो विराजमानं लक्षलभे नमो देव दामोदरानन्द विष्णु प्रसिद्धो प्रभु दुःख जलधिमग्ना नमो देव दामोदरानन्द विष्णु प्रसिद्धो प्रभु दुःख जलधिमग्ना कृपादृष्टिवृष्टाति विलम्बतानु गृहाणेषु मामज्ञायक्षिदृश्या दृष्टिवृष्टाति विलम्बतानु गृहाणेषु मामज्ञायक्षिदृश्या कृपादृष्टिवृष्टाति विलम्बतानु गृहाणेषु मामज्ञायक्षिदृश्या दृष्टिवृष्टाति विलम्बतानु गृहाणेषु मामज्ञायक्षिदृश्या कुबेरात्मजो बाधमुष्टवयाद्वा दयामोचितो भक्ति भजो कृतश्च कुबेरात्मजो बाधमुष्टवयाद्वा दयामोचितो भक्ति भजो कृतश्च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं मे प्रयाच नमस्ते ग्रहो मे श्री दामोदरेहा तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं मे प्रयाच नमस्ते ग्रहो मे श्री दामोदरेहा तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं मे प्रयाच नमस्ते ग्रहो मे श्री दामोदरेहा तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं मे प्रयाच नमस्ते ग्रहो मे श्री दामोदरेहा नमस्ते सुधामे सुहसितामे तदीयोदरायथ विश्वस्य धामे नमस्ते सुधामे सुहसितामे तदीयोदरायथ विश्वस्य धामे नमो राधिकायाय त्वदीयाय प्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यां नमो राधिकायाय त्वदीयाय
Sri Sri Damodarashtakam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Pravanande. Hari 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 Gaur.
Jai, Jai, wonderful Kirtan by our glorious family. His Grace Sudhir Gopal Prabhu, Her Grace Subhadra Preeti Mataji, little Shubhangi, and there he's hiding, Shashadri, Haribol. Wonderful, wonderful. Please keep inspiring us always, Prabhuji, with your glorious family. And we have seen these children growing in a very, very nice Krishna conscious environment, seeking prayers from all your entire family today and always. Let's chant for Prabhuji and his entire family. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you.
You very much. So we look forward to have your association tomorrow, once again at 8:15. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.